And we are live. I'm back. You haven't seen me for 2 weeks. I've been taking a social break and I'm here. Happy to be here together with Mark, and Erik ten Hag is also back. We all back. Football is coming back, baby, and we are playing Southampton, and I'm so delighted that we are going to cover Erik ten Hag's press conference. Mark, are you ready to rumble?
Of course, as usual. You know, it is the only thing today I can't type in the comments to drop the question, so that's going to be a difficult one.
Well, no worries. I have control, guys. Been a while since I was live, but you know, Mark's been covering the grounds. You know what to do. The traditional usual. Like and subscribe, and let's get ready to rumble.
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world
on MUFC Realist TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Good afternoon, Mark Nurse. I missed you, and this time you're not late. You're on time.
What can I say? What can I say? You know what I mean? Sometimes things change. The summer is gone, and it's getting cold. So you know it's the early moments. You know you have no choice but to be on time for these things. Well, you know what I mean?
You can't see from the LED lighting, but I got a tan. I've been soaking up the sunshine in Bali, catching some waves, taking a break from socials, and all I can hear about was Ten Hag agenda regarding the medias and nothing really. Gash. You know, so big up to everyone. And we survived because now football is back. And you know, Mark, when there's no football, the trolls come out and they all comes out with the knives and create ridiculous stories. It's a nothing burger, right?
Yeah, nothing burger, to be fair. You know, transfers in September, Mick. You know, it was interesting. You know, I mean, of course, you know, we'll do some reports on transfers, but at the same time, unless it's a free agent, it can't happen now. So for me, it's like, you know, why are we doing this? You know what I mean? It have no real news, but we could, you know, do something different. You know, talk to the fans and interact with them for once. You know, you don't have to have a story. You know what I mean? So I was just talking with the guys. You know, the guys would come in and join in the morning streams because it had no real news. You know what I mean? So just have a conversation about United, how we could proceed, what's going on, how everybody feeling. Yeah. Of course, you know, the last game was one of the, you know, like it was one of those bad moments for the fan base. And you know,
no sensitivity, of course, but then you got to look at it from a holistic perspective and, you know, use logic and reason that we're not really ready, you know, seriously, like, you know. But now I see that, you know, Ugarte has to start. Like, he must be ready right now. So this is going to be very interesting. I think Ten Hag will have a little bit of revenge, have a little bit of dig. You know, as we know that media has been even having a pop at him for when he managed a charity game back in Holland. And it's like, you can't even win that game, Ten Hag. Come on.
But he won it. That's weird. He won the game 2-1.
yeah, but there's still. Anyway, big up people in the house. We have Lucky Singh in the house. We have a lot of Lucky Singhs, to be honest. We have legendary Stephanie Griffith, our moderator. Jim Watkins saying, come on, United. Football is back, baby. And I cannot be more excited. Like, enough of these 2-week internationals. I didn't even watch one single game. I'm looking forward for Saturday. I'm looking forward for Ten Hag. I'm looking forward to hear the team news, and I'm looking forward to hear who will start. Will it be a Manuel Ugarte starting, Mark? What do you think?
Well, I'm hoping for it. You know, I would start Manuel Ugarte next to Casemiro. That's my honest opinion. People could be mad at that, but I think if you get the industry of Ugarte with the defensive ability, and you got Casemiro who has the experience, you got a recipe for a strong protection of the back four. You know what I mean? Therefore, you could put either Bruno or Mainu ahead. It doesn't matter which one. Could be Ahmad. You can do whatever you want going forward. We're going to have a solid base to work from.
Yeah, you know, I think that, you know, this is what happens, right? United always starts slow every single season. We always start slow. But you got to also remember that this is a total new open heart surgery, right? Everyone is new. The new backroom staff, the new footballing operation people, new 27% ownership, which, by the way, looks like they're going to buy up more in the summer with the investment of the stadium, meaning what we've been always saying, what do you call it? Debt to equity. So you invest and you take more Class B shares, and slowly you're fizzing the Glazers out. And this is all we want to see, but we want to see Man United winning all the remaining games now, right? So there's no excuses, pedal to the metal. Ten Hag is live in what? What are we now? We are about 5 minutes away, I guess. But big up Elite Ballers in the house as well. Big up everyone.
Big up the Elite Baller in the building. You know, actually, when I said, you know, Mainu or Bruno are in the 10, Elite Baller is the one who's, you know, telling me, bro, Mainu, we could play Mainu there. That would be a good fit. You know what I mean? I mean, he's not a 10, but again, he's 19. You know what I mean? So he has good ability to drive it, to carry the ball. He could move it in the spaces as well. So maybe he could develop his game. It's something left to be seen. I like him in the 8, but you know what I mean? Everyone's opinion matters, Mick. So, you know, I bring up anyone comment that, you know, because these guys are the ones that always give the different ideas.
Mark, I've been out of this game for social break for two weeks. Not really bothered, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I remember.
I switch on the TV now and I see, what is this shock Angel Gomez return? Does this have any legs? Number 10.
Well, that's the thing I've been hearing about that I haven't really talked about much, because you know what, I'm like, bro, even if there's discussions now, there's not really going to be concrete situations happening coming into Christmas until then. So what I've heard is that there's some interest to bring him back to Manchester United. He's been getting some interest from other clubs as well. Liverpool are one, you know, Newcastle are another, Man City's a third. So there's some interest coming. There's some other clubs across Europe as well as looking at him. His performance has been really good in France. And not to mention, he's got called up for the international team, for the England national team. So he played decent. He had a good performance. I think it's an interesting operation, because you know he can play the 10 role really well. So maybe it's a backup because he's younger. I think he's like, what, 24, 25, somewhere there. Yeah. You know,
no, he's got this low. He's kind of a little bit of the Messi-esque, like low center gravity, short, you know, really like, you know, like an eel, like, you know, really, really tricky customer to take the ball from, right? You know, so yeah, but I remember him. There was him. Yeah, there was him and Tahith Chong back then. There was like the prospects that everyone thought would make it into the team, but they didn't apparently. But yeah, I can always welcome them back 100%, like if they developed. And that's what we've done with all the youngsters that we sold now as well. Like, you know, go out there, we have a buyback clause, we have a sell-on clause, and off we go. But now we're going to focus on Southampton. What do you reckon? Why are people nervous?
I'm just thinking they're going to ask him about what he thinks about Ronaldo's comments. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people, especially the media, are going to look at it from the negative side. Big up to Will, Man United coming in.
Yeah, big up Will.
You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, it's one of those situations where Ronaldo said the truth. Now, he didn't solely focus on the manager. From the comments that he's spoken, that the quotes, his actual comments was, you know, everything needs to change, because when he came back, it was stagnant from before he left. And in order to bring that quality of performances back, that sort of identity back, you're going to have to rebuild the squad. You're going to have to rebuild the structure. You're going to have to change the ethos around the club. And then he went on to say in the last part of his comment that, you know, they have got a new structure. There is change happening. And I wish Man United the best, because I love Man United still. You know, it's in my heart. So for me, I think about it like even if, you know, it reflects on Ten Hag slightly, that's a fair comment, because the performances have not been great last season. You know what I mean? He also touched on the fact that Erik Ten Hag said that we're not ready for the season. We may not be able to compete to win the Premier League, but we will do our best to compete in all competitions, you know? Yeah. And
I mean,
in my opinion,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that, you know, for me, I accept that, you know what I mean? I was a bit, you know, iffy when Ten Hag said it, but at the same time, if I listen to all his pressers, like we do them every week, week in, week out.
Yeah, we do.
Last season, he always says, when asked, he wants to compete at all fronts. I mean, this guy goes strong in the Carabao Cup. So you can't tell me he doesn't have ambition to win things. So
No,
I just
mean,
think that he's just speaking from a reality perspective.
From a reality perspective, like, you know, it's too early. Like, you know, I don't look at the league table, right? I look at trophies. You know, it ain't really matter where you finish in the league tables, but we won actually trophies, 2 trophies on the Ten Hag, you know. But the next trajectory now is, I think the people have a little bit of over expectations because they think we're going to cook right now. Actually, the press conference is about to start. It is started. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ugarte, given his international.
Rasmus Højlund and Luke Shaw, they are progressing very well, but not ready for this game. Manuel Ugarte, I think we all have seen. He played for Uruguay.
Yes.
He returned this afternoon. Was the only player who returned today. All the other players returned yesterday. So he is available for this game.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo has.
Here we go.
Has voiced his opinion on Manchester United to Rio Ferdinand, and one of the things that he said was, "You can't say that you can't win the Premier League at Manchester United." What is your view of that, and can Manchester United win the Premier League?
He said that Manchester United can't win the Premier League.
He said that you.
No, he said this. Maybe you read the article very well. So he's far away from Saudi.
Boom.
Far away from Manchester. So everyone can know. And he's entitled to have an opinion.
Oh my God. Okay. He had a pop at him.
Are you confident then that the club are on the right track? Because obviously there's been a couple of difficult results.
He's far away from the Prem. He's in Saudi. That was a pop.
All the time at this place. So are you confident things are going the right way?
We will see where we are in May next year. It's
100%.
Very early in the season.
True.
And,
that's what I said.
It's about winning trophies, be as high as possible, of course, in the league, do everything to win every game. And then we will see in May where we are and then judge.
When there's a lot of noise, obviously the international break, there's a lot of noise. How does it impact you? Do you block it out? I mean, how do you deal with it? Because it
doesn't impact me. I know in the process where we are and what
True.
we have to do, where we are going. I have said before, we are still in a transition period. We have to integrate a lot of young players also in the team. We are still dealing with injuries. We have to bring the injuries back in the team. And before anyone thinks about excuses, no, we have to win every game.
Yeah,
I know that. The team knows this, and doesn't matter who are available. And we will focus on every game and have in every game the mindset we have to win.
Eric, I spoke to Diogo Dalot this afternoon, and he said that there was a frustration in him and amongst some of the players that what you've been able to show at the start of this season isn't truly reflective of what's going on in the training pitches every single day. He believes that what's happening here at the club now is it's in a good place and that things are better than it's been in recent times. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like the team are really onto something now and that will show in time in the results?
Of course, when you see the scores, no one is happy. But also players have a very good sense of the process, of the quality of the process. Yeah, and I agree with him. We are, and also when you analyze the games, all the games so far, we are in a good direction. But that is normal in the transition period and in the period where you have to build a team. We have to improve. We have to step up.
What do you think is different then that Diogo is feeling and that you're seeing that gives you that belief that this season can be better than what's gone before?
Well, we have good characters. You feel the team spirit, and now it's about to get the patterns and the routines in. Once we have that, everyone sees the quality we have on the training pitch.
Eric, you've got a tough period coming up with 7 games in the next 22 days. What do you want to see from your team between now and the next international break? And given the last couple of results, is this game at Southampton a game you have to win?
We have to win all the games. And that will always be the approach. It doesn't change for any game.
Good.
Well, don't forget to join us.
That was a short one.
Live on Saturday.
Mark, that was an action-packed, honest interview, I would say. But I picked up a couple of things. and this is kind of reflecting what I've been saying as well, that we are in a transition, right? There's a new squad, there's new ownership, new background staff, new technical director, everything is new, right? And I've been saying that we are not ready as of yet, but I can see what we are trying to do. It's like we haven't clicked into gear, but there's something special there. I feel it, like I've seen it, right? And even Diego Dalot was saying that as well. Like he's very, very frustrated because what we're doing on training ground and it hasn't really clicked into gear as of yet. But I believe if we fucking get into the right gear, we'll fucking start cooking. There's 7 games to play now, the next games. What's your thoughts? You're on mute. Mark? Mark is on mute. Hello? Yeah, anyway, Mark seems to be lost in La La Land. Yes, it's to summarize, it was a very good interview. I think they asked, of course, what Mark was saying regarding, Cristiano Ronaldo's comment that Manchester United cannot win the Premier League. And he said, no. You're on mute.
It's very interesting, Mick, for me. I look, you hear me now?
Yes. You slumbered a little.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Mick,
go ahead. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah,
yes.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I'm not mute, bro.
No, I can hear you.
Hello,
I can hear you. What? Mark is on the mobile phone, so we can all hear you, Mark. Oh, he disappeared anyway. He's coming back in again. Mark is coming back in. But to summarize, it was, for me, very interesting. It was short and sweet in a way. Rasmus Højlund seems not to be ready as of yet. He mentioned Manuel Ugarte might be ready. Manuel Ugarte most likely will start. And Mark,
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So, like I was saying, my opinion on the situation is, like I said before, Ten Hag always will try his best to compete as best as he can. It's a situation where it's one of those things where the team is actually not ready yet. We have good players, that's no doubt, but there are some players that are key to the team that might be starting 11 players in the next couple weeks, couple months. You never know. That will change. And this is why I'm saying, up until last season, we knew our best 11. Now with these 5 players coming in, our best 11 could possibly change. You know what I mean? There could be 3 to 4 of them starting now in that best 11. You never know. So it's one of those things where we're going to have to give it some time. The manager wants to win. He always says it every presser. He wants to compete. He wants to win every game. And, it's true, we weren't performing right last season. But this is a new season. And from what I've seen in the first 3 games, it's one of those things where I keep telling everyone we have 3 things in common. More possession than the teams we played against. Equal or more shots on goal and shots in general. You know what I mean? And the third most important thing is that we've been creating consistent attacks going forward in each and every game. The biggest part is we've lessened the amount of shot actions and shot creations against our goal by a massive number. We were averaging like 20 shots per game at our goalkeeper. This season we were averaging like 9, if at best, I could say, and that's just off the top of my head, because we suffered like 11 against Brighton, and I think it was 14 against Liverpool. But against the first team we played, it was like 7. So it's a weird one. I think the performance that did not reflect the practice and the training of the team. I think there's a lot more that this team is going to deliver, not forgetting that we have a young attack going forward.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely 100%. It's too early in the season. And what Ten Hag was saying, ask me in where we are in the May. And that is the most sensible thing to say, to assess. And then I agree. And basically, I've been saying that as well. Like, why cry wolf? Why is everyone creating this narrative of, 3 games in and Ten Hag sack here, Ten Hag sack there? It's just the media. They want to create they hate Man United, and that's about it. They don't want us to be successful based on what they've seen, what we've been doing in the transfer window, based on we have a new structure in place. And they know if we are clicking into gear, we're going to be dangerous. That's the thing. So I totally agree with you. And the players, what you're saying here, what we've seen in the starting 11, the first 3 games, it's not going to be the starting 11s for the remaining of the season. No, it's not going to be that. So that's why I'm saying, I think that Ugarte will be pivotal. I think that the partnership of Licha with Deligt will be also pivotal as well. Left back situation, we are probably going to see Dalot continue in the left back while we're waiting for Luke Shaw and Malacia. And on the back line, we have on the right, we have Mazarawi. But it's just this goal scoring that's not been, clinical, right? And now we're hearing that, Rasmus Højlund is not ready yet, but we still have Xerxes that did fantastically well in Holland as well and in national, so he's warming up as well. I think it's just finding the right balance, like on the wings as well. So I'm not worried about Southampton. I think that we will see some form of redemption. I do hope. St. Mary's, not an easy place to go to, but I'm just looking forward for this internationals to finish and all this gossip and just let the football talk.
That's exactly what it is, because it's a nothing story about what Cristiano Ronaldo said at the end of the day, in my opinion. Ten Hag, I think, replied in kind. You take shots, I take shots back. I think that's fair. You know what I mean? I'm from the Caribbean, Mick, what I mean? So I'm here for the banter. Yeah, I heard what he said. He said he's far away from the Premier League in Saudi. So what? I mean, I won't say that to Ronaldo, because Ronaldo is the GOAT in my opinion, and he's a Manchester United legend. But at the same time, this is one thing. What I can say is that this manager, throughout his career at Man United, has always defended the players in the squad, no matter who it was. Whether it was it was from captain to cook, they all were defended by this manager. So
I have a problem. I love Cristiano Ronaldo as the GOAT for everything, but what he did is unforgivable when he went to PS Morgan. You know what I mean? Do you think I forgot? No. And for him to sit there and have a pop at United to piss on the badge and Ten Hag, you know what Ten Hag did? Just say, fuck you back. He did basically to say, well, you're far from you're playing in Saudi. You're far from the league, so shut the fuck up. Pretty much what they said here.
At the same time, I just look at it from a perspective of indifference. You know what I mean? There's cause and effect to everything. It's not all on Ten Hag. It's not all on Ronaldo. There was a toxic situation from since before the season began in preseason. A lot of the fan base were mad and upset that Ronaldo was not back for preseason that summer. They all thought he was going to leave for some reason. Whether or not, and I think this is the weird thing. If a player's agent is talking to other clubs, so be it. Why stress? The same summer, Marcus Rashford's agent was in Paris talking to PSG, but we're focused on Ronaldo. Yeah. And I just think it was tit for tat. I could say that he was wrong, but at the same time, I would say the fan base was a little bit over the edge on the decriminalization of Ronaldo in that part of the season and at the beginning. And it's one of those things. That's all I would say.
And bro, this is just one of those things. Yeah, bro, this is the way I see it. I have a problem with ex-players, pundits, having a pop in opinion, right? You used to play the game, shut the fuck up and let the man cook and let Manchester United do the thing, right? You know what I mean? But they have such a great influence on fan base and what they say. Oh, yeah, you're the GOAT. Yeah, you used to play like, Gary Neville and all them, like, soon as shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? And, you just have an opinion like or else. But I'm more concerned about my club currently and the way we're going to move forward. And Ten Hag said, everyone is on the same page. Everyone wants to win. There's competition for places. There's not going to be the same starting 11, and everyone needs to be on the same page. What Dalot was saying, he was frustrated. Everyone knows what they're supposed to do, but they just haven't clicked into gear yet. They haven't really gelled as of yet. I mean, we brought in 5-7 new players into the squad, So I think we will see a total different United moving forward. If we win against Southampton, massive confidence, which I believe we will win. We will win. I believe so. And if we lose, oh my God.
Well, it's one of those things. I haven't even thought about us losing because, in my honest opinion, I just feel like we had a bad day on that Sunday. At the same time, I did think we did create some chances. I just think the mistakes was too big. You know what I mean? A little bit too demoralizing. I also think that the squad doesn't really trust Onana in goal. That's just one thing that's been bugging me all season last season. Yeah. There's a reason why their heads go down, and I don't think it's really because of Ten Hag. I think it's mostly because of Onana. I think sometimes Onana looks like a rabbit in the headlights. And a lot of people say they wanted a ball-playing goalkeeper, but I would say this. I don't think the main output of a goalkeeper should be with his feet. I think it should be stopping shots.
That's what you call goalkeeper.
Exactly. And in my honest opinion, I would have kept De Gea for what it was. He had a bad season before. So what? You know what I mean? And at the same time, like, look, we have a backup. We have some youngsters coming through. There's a youngster that's in the background there. I think it's Radel Vitek. That's not a bad option. You know what I mean? There's also the likes of Bayern there. And Bayern there, from what I hear, is a better shot stopper. And I rather, like, I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. But I just feel like in this season, a lot of players they're gonna be facing the bench if their performances aren't consistent this season. That's just my honest opinion.
No, and that's a valid opinion. I mean, yes, the criticism of Onana has been there. Like, you know, he's been. I mean, his distribution hasn't been what we expected. Like, you know, in terms of being a ball-playing goalkeeper, shot stopping, he's kind of demonstrated a little bit. But the goals that he's conceded has been ridiculous, right? It's been simple goals, like, of course. And I can see here what the Cryptonomics is saying, Onana and Cass. Yeah, they've been, But again, what you said there, I agree what you're saying. Doesn't mean that if he has a stinker that he will be the goalkeeper. Of course, you have goalkeepers, you know, pushing for places like, you know, Bayander, Radek Vitek, XYZ as well. And of course, we're playing in, like, you know, Europa League. There's going to be cup competitions. So I believe we're going to see some rotation. I'm going to see potentially what Bayander is all about. We only see him once in United shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the competitions. I'm going to be there for the Europa League home games, you know, Mick. So I got my flights confirmed. I got my tickets already. So I will be there, you know, so you will get some pre-match some things going on. Maybe you can start the stream and I'll call in and probably interview some of the people there. You never know what could happen. You know, I'll have to see if I could get a kind of plug-in mic or something at the moment. You don't know. I don't know how the internet is going to be. You know, they don't like no one there. You know what I mean?
No.
But I definitely think United has been given a really, really good first 8 games in the Champions League, a good round of tests. You know, you got a strong opponent away in Porto. But the first 4 opponents, otherwise, Porto is like not that difficult. I would say winnable games. You know what I mean? We got Rangers. That's a winnable game. You know, you got Pauk. You know that we're going to see Facundo Palestri. He's going to be in Manchester again to play against us. That's a winnable game. You know what I mean? FC20 is a winnable game. And, you know, the biggest thing is the away games. If you could go away and win those games, get a run going in one of the cups or in all of the cups, because we also have Carabao Cup as well that will be coming up, you know what I mean, and the FA Cup as well. So by the time that we hit Christmas, we're going to be playing 3 games a week.
Yeah, no, true. I mean, basically what Ten Hag was saying in this press conference as well, like, you have to take it game by game, win every single game by game. And I'm just thinking from a psychological perspective, being a fan, right? So, you know, imagine now if we start winning, your mood, if you're feeling like down at the moment, will change, and everyone will be positive, because winning creates, like, you know, positive endorphins. Losing creates depression, 100%, right? And of course, now it's been no football. It's been 2 weeks. The negative connotation has been there, and I do understand. But I see it from that standpoint that we got to look game by game, grab the bull by the horn, and just get those vital 3 points. Like, you know, style of play, what they talked about. Like, you know, come on, let's discuss about that style of play. What is style of play? I mean, that's just a buzzword. Like, you know, it's very simple, right? Ten Hag didn't create that style of play. It's actually also, if you remember, like, and it was reported that Wilcox was creating the style of play. You know, remember? So what is it? Like, you know, when you paint, you have your style, but you know what? It's just a system, and the system is created for players that can play that style, like the system. So you basically go in and recruit the best players that can do that job within that domain. Like, you have a job description. You are a central defender midfielder. Your job is to do this and nothing else, right? And sometimes you can't blame the manager, because manager's in the dugout shouting his lungs out. It's all about what they do on the pitch as well. So they have to conduct themselves, and they have to have leaders to conduct and say, listen, you're out of position, mate. Get back into line. You know what I mean? So it's a collective thing, Mark, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a collective situation. Everyone has to come together to want to win. I mean, at the end of the day, the manager could motivate players, and yes, he should try his best to motivate them and inspire them. But if you don't want to be inspired, that's not the manager's fault. You know what I mean? Players have to want to win. It's like employees in a business, Mick. You know, if you have to have the proactive employees who work hard, who are diligent, will come in on time. You know, if they come late, they will work extra hard to make up for the fact that they were late. You know, you want those kind of employees. Everyone wants them because they're efficient.
Yeah.
You're happy to work with these people because they come and they give their best effort every time they come to work. Now, there are going to be days when they might be sick. They might be, you know, having a bad morning or a bad day. So that might be 1 or 2 times or a few times for the year that they might not perform well. But it's the same thing when you apply it to football. You know, the difference is we pay these guys way more money. They don't have to work as really well. I mean, they do have to work hard, but it should be fun because they should all love playing football. You know what I mean? Maybe not love Man United, but they should love to play football because, I mean, that's their professional career. You know, so at the end of the day, I feel like it works hand in hand with everyone. Everyone has to be on the same page, and that's the only way we could come together as a team and win.
Yeah, no, stick together, people. Even as a fan base, that's all I can say. Like, you know, I do. If you Ten Hag out, Ten Hag in, I don't really care. I'm Manchester United through and through, right? You know, so I only care about our club, what we do on the pitch, and that's it. I don't look what the competition is doing whatsoever. You know, I want to see 3 points, and the football will come. You know, we're warming up, I believe. Like, you know, we have seen some patterns what we want to do. Like, you know, we're defending well. We're playing, you know, we're pressing really good as well. We have a mid block as well. So we've seen that. I've seen at least that is a total different game from last season. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because I want to see some key players in the key positions.
It's going to take a little time.
Yeah. And I don't want to see Garnacho being shoehorned to the right. Garnacho for me should be a left winger and then bringing Ahmad on the right. And if Rashford is not performing, we've seen videos of him. I cannot stop laughing. PR taking extra sessions training by himself like Rocky Balboa and posting on socials, Mark. I thought that was funny, you know. And I kept saying to myself, like, Marcus, you know, show your worth on the pitch. You know, yeah, I get that you want to show that to the fans. Like, look, I'm taking extra sessions, X, Y, Z. But
yeah, well, all
I care about is every single individual in that team put the 100% in effort, week in, week out, game by game, right? That's all I focus on right now. I think we have a delay, Mark. Anyway, guys, sorry we've been rambling on. Guys, if you're watching on Mark's channel, if you're watching on MUFC Realist TV, don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that like button.
100%. 100%. And like, to be fair, you know, like, I mean, Harry Potter saying match going fans are the bread and butter. And like, you know, I go to games. Yeah. So I would say it like this, that most of the fans,
yeah, I agree. Even if you're a match-going fan, doesn't mean that you're a better fan.
You can hear me now, Mick?
Yeah. I'm just going to continue.
Somebody's trying to call me. Hold on, Mick. I'll come back.
Yeah, no problems. Like what Mark was saying, if you're a match-going fan, like, you know, they're bread and butter. Yeah, cool. But you know what? Also, the global fan base, we suffer as much. You know, of course, we don't have the privilege to go to games, but the ones that travel up and down on away games, these are the ones that you should, you know, admire, because they go in week week out, travel up the country within a coach, within trains, in all measures, in all casts, to support the manager, support the team. And of course, he hurts when we lose. And even us sitting here doing a match reaction show afterwards does not really sit well with me, because I am a winner. I don't like to lose. And of course, when we lose a game, it takes me like through 2-3 days to get over it. And you have to analyze everything. And at the end of the day, if we lose a game, you just have to sort of, if you get knocked down, you just have to sort of rise up again and lick your wounds and go again. Like, you know, fall off the horse, get back on the saddle, Mark. Mark is back in the ring.
Yeah. Sorry about that. You know, someone was trying to call me, streaming from the phone right now.
No, absolutely not, Harry. You everyone is entitled for opinion.
Harry is right. I mean, like I was about to say that Harry is right to have his opinion. Everyone must be allowed to have your opinion because we don't all see the same things. You know, I might disagree with Harry sometimes. I might disagree with you sometimes. And I think that's valid. At the end of the day, we all want Manchester United to win games. And that's the bottom line.
That's why I call. We dream the same dream, but we see different things, right? That's the thing. But we have the same dream. But sometimes we see things to a different perspective. And that is being a fan. That's fantastic. And that's what is creating debates. And that's what we like, you know. Always have a balanced approach.
To be fair, and I understand that. And I mean, everybody's look at it differently. Some people, a good game means just you score multiple goals, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 goals, somewhere like that. You know, me, I used to be like that, to be honest. But sometimes it's just how to take the wins how it come. And in the last 3 seasons, I will be very honest. United had a better squad under Oli before they gave out that second half of the season. And now we rebuilding that squad which needed to be rebuilt. We rebuild the structure. We finally get new coaches, fresh coaches who actually could play the style of play the manager want to play. Right? And 100%. Could translate to the players better. So we didn't have that last 2 seasons.
He mentioned something. He mentioned something. It's so important to get everyone integrated into this team and the way we want to play, including manage injuries, right? He mentioned that Højlund is not ready yet. We don't want to rush him back. But I want to see right now, I'm sorry, I'm going off the topic outside Man United. I want to see Arsenal right now, how they're going to cope, right? If you look at Arsenal right now, Ødegaard injured, Calafiori injured, Declan Rice suspended. They're playing this. They have a few injuries and they're playing Spurs. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Last season, they were lucky. They didn't have many injuries whatsoever. They had Thomas Partey injured, and that was pretty much it for Arsenal. But now, squeaky bum time. Listen, I know we have Lenny Euro coming back as well. We have some key players coming back, but I'm not worried. I think we have a quite good squad, including the youngsters as well.
100%. I feel like we have to be a little patient. The first 3 games of the season has never dictated a Premier League season, especially not for Man United, and not in the history that I grew up watching, to be fair. And I've been watching United for just about 30 years. I won't count the other 4 because it don't make sense. But at the same time, what I will say is this. At the end of the day, whether you Ten Hag in, you Ten Hag out, or you Ten Hag out, like you was always saying, Mick, right? That's okay. That's your opinion. Everybody has the right to an opinion because they see things differently.
I'm going to stick my neck out here. I see Lillis was saying here, be ready for top 8-10 United. Well, I'm going to stick my neck out here, Lillis Bratte. I'm going to say one thing with a bold statement. I think United will finish top 4. And if we don't, I will give away a MUFC Readers TV shirt. Mark my words, clip this, but I am confident. I'm done living in this, PTSD. I am just looking forward. I see what we're trying to do. The proof will be in the pudding. And Onana has to improve. If Onana doesn't improve, if he lets in these easy goals in the European leagues and cup competitions, put Bayanda in. Simple as that, mate.
Yeah, I mean, bro.
Big up Barman.
Big up to Barman, big up to Kryptonian in the building, big up to Kenny Fan TV. And Kenny, you don't know what I say already. I still holding firm on my 17 game unbeaten run. So fans. And you can clip this too and share it around. Let them know that I is the crazy one saying this, right? But definitely I think that we are going to do very well. I think that this season, in the next 5 games, will be a completely different team performance-wise. I think the young attack that we have will start scoring goals. And I actually hope that Marcus Rashford will step up to the plate as the senior in attack and lead the line. Whether it be by assists or just chance creation, he don't have to score goals for me. But what he needs to do is lead.
All right. So to summarize everything, just to get everyone's feelings off the chest, I haven't had my say for 2 weeks. And I've just been observing. And, it's like I'm a kind of a half glass full, but at the end of the day, I had enough to say, look, guys, we are Man United. We are heading towards a new direction, new trajectory. We are in a transition period. Just let the man cook. If it doesn't go the way in Christmas, then you can have that debate to say, is he the right man or not? But right now, I don't want to have it like last season. I want to be like cheerful, joyful. I want us to win games. And speaking about games, what do you think will happen on St. Mary's? Do you believe that the wheels will come on and we will give them a spanking? Or
4-1.
4 goals.
4 goals for Man United. I telling man them I had a dream. I had a dream I was at the Europa final and Man
you
United
Martin
was
Luther
lifting
King?
the cup.
I had a dream.
No, but I tell man, bro, I had a dream the same how last season we was going to lose 10 plus games. And I tell man them, and everybody was like, yeah, you know, I think we lost 14 games. You know I had that feeling before last season started we was going to do poorly. But it wasn't going to be based on the manager. It was going to be based on a host of factors. I just know it. This season, I have a good vibes. This year I have my tickets early because why? I know we're going to be winning games. So I will be there and trust. You know, it's good vibes. Once again,
we'll be
good
there.
vibes. We will be
lose
there.
draw. Win,
You will
lose,
be
draw.
there.
We will be there. 100%, guys. Mark, I know you got to go. I know I am a little bit rusty. I'm still recovering from my bug and flu. If you can hear me coughing. Mark, I admire you for breaking your computer. You are on your mobile phone. We apologize for a little bit of delay. We've seen the comments. But bear in mind, Mark is getting a new computer. Something happened. You broke the screen, and now you're on the phone. But, buddy, it's good to see you. It's been a while. I'm happy to be back. Really,
Big up,
good.
Mick.
Happy
Good to see you
to
back.
everyone.
And big up to everyone in the chat, bro. Like, it is great to have you guys. You know, it's always good to be in your company, have these conversations, read your comments, interact with you all. At the end of the day, this is what it means to be a fan channel. You know what I mean? Interacting with you guys. And thank you for always showing us the support and the love, guys. Big up.
And I'll be live 9 p.m. as well with Jay Daly.
Oh, big up, big up. I'll take it. I'll watch it from the background. You know what I mean? I'll be around.
So, 2 streams in one day after absence of 2 weeks. I just wanted to thank everyone for having patience. Now we are back. And so is Ten Hag, and so is Man United. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mark, as well. Big up, everyone. And what do you think at the end of the day? Leave your comments what you think about what we discussed and what also Ten Hag discussed in his press conference. It was a little bit lame questions, but I think he had a vengeance, to be honest. Listen, Mark.
Bro, I think Ten Hag, I tell man, this season we on the villain arc. Man, didn't believe me. Well, look, it has begun. The villain arc is here.
Yep. Guys, please, there are, kindly see this. 400 of you watching right now. I know it's a midday stream. You know what to do. Like. Until then, we see you to the next time. Mark, enjoy your shopping spree with your missus and say hello.
Big up. Catch you guys later, guys. Don't forget, hit the likes and subscribe and turn those notification bells on so you can see when Mick is live again because he's back and when I'm live again because I'm here.
Yeah.
Big up to you guys. Have a great evening. See you guys later on. Ciao. Bye for now, guys. Bye for now.
All right.